Alrighty, what is going on? It is Wednesday, May 28th, 10:15 p.m. Not as late as the last week of episodes have been, but it is what it is. So I'm probably going to record this and go to bed. So don't like going to bed that late. It's kind of makes you feel kind of, I honestly get down on myself. Like, why am I going to bed at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m.? It's crazy. Maybe it's because I've been waking up at 4, 3:30 for a year and a half, and then all of a sudden it just stops, and I just shift my bedtime 6 hours south. I don't know. Anyway, so today I worked on that project for Brian, finished it off, and I'm going to bitch real quick. So they had a deadline to get it done by Wednesday, which is today. I get it done, send them a video, send them a link to the thing, and then no response. So did you really need it today then? If it, like, have a deadline, I get it. I understand. It's, the point is to have to get it done by the deadline. I understand, and I agree. There should be deadlines for projects. I'm not saying there shouldn't be. But if you're going to tell me that there's going to be a deadline at a certain day, and I fulfill that deadline, and then you ghost my ass for the evening, go fuck yourself, dude. Why am I busting my ass to get something done that you don't even care about for the next day? Now, let me eat my words real quick, because maybe they sent me a message. Let's see. No. Nobody sent me a message. So anyway, that's my little bitch session for the episode. I'm sure there'll be 30 more, but that's that. So anyway, I built that, and it works exactly how I want it to. And I got to say, I've always used ChatGPT to make these big-ass long formulas because it's much faster, and it knows a lot more about Google Sheet formulas and stuff. And if it can get the job done, then hell yes. I'm not trying to learn Google Sheets coding necessarily, or formulas, I should say. I'm trying to learn how to code. So anyway, I made this tracker, right? And I'm using ChatGPT, and it just could not give me the correct answer. So I'm like, hey, I've got this formula. It needs to do this complicated shit. Yada, yada, yada. It needs to do this, not this. Some of this, not that, whatever. And then it gives me a formula. I copy paste it, and then 80% of the time it works. Well, hold on. 50% of the time, no, 40% of the time it works first try. I'm going to say 70% of the time it works after I try at least 5 more times. But 30% of the time it just doesn't work ever. And I try to battle with it, and I try to make it give me the correct formula so I can copy paste and get the correct stuff. So just so you have an idea of what I'm trying to do and why I'm having it generate me a sheet is what I need it to do, or a formula, is what I need it to do is look at the date in row 4. Well, actually, it's different because it's alternating. So it needs to look in the date in row 6. When it finds today's date, it's going to go down two rows. It's going to go down 3 rows. It's going to look into row 9, and then find that checkbox, group that with the adjacent checkbox to the right of it, and then that counts as 1. From there, it needs to count how many pairs of columns it takes to go back to the first date in the set of data, and then count that, and then give me that number divided in half. No, that's a different one. So it needs to give me that number. And what that number represents is the amount of opportunities the student had to participate in both the client portal and the Facebook community for that week. From there, I have ones that give me the longest streak with these paired columns. Single columns, left column, right column, whatever. Current streak, longest streak, the formula for the past year, the last 9 months, last 6 months, 3 months, month, 2 weeks, and a week. And so anyway, I'm having it format me. Hold on. Did new noisy ass neighbors move in right next to me, dude? They must have. Sounds like someone's coming up my stairs, dude. That's why I pooped my pants right there. Anyway, so I'm having it make me some formulas, and it just could not give me the right formula. And I spent probably an hour and a half alone. I would paste in, or I would say, hey, I need this formula. It would give me the formula. I'd copy paste. If it didn't work, I would either screenshot the error and just drag and drop, or I would highlight and copy paste the error, paste it in there and say, hey, this is the error, please fix. And I go back and forth until it gives me the correct thing. Just back and forth, back and forth. And when these formulas get long as shit, it takes like 20 seconds for it to generate me the formula. And combined, it takes 20 seconds for it to generate the formula, for me to paste it, see that it doesn't work, copy the error, paste it back, and then get it. Like 20 seconds, dude. So if I'm doing this 100 times, dude, fuck, you know? So what did I do? Well, I was like, fuck you, Gabe. And I went to Claude. If you don't know what Claude is, I think I talked about it yesterday. Maybe I didn't, because I used it. I don't know. Maybe I did. Pretty sure did I talk about this already? I don't know. Well, anyway, Claude is another AI. I don't pay for it like I pay for ChatGPT. But guess what it did? It gave me the exact formula that I needed, I think, second try. How come Gabriel Pete Thomas can't do that first try? How come this random cheap freebie Claude can? Tell you what, dude, Claude's interesting, because I'll have it write me a formula. Halfway through the formula, it'll say, actually, no, I'm so sorry, that's the wrong one. And then it'll start generating a new one. And then sometimes it'll even stop and say, like, let me see if I can, I don't know if it'll be on here. Let's just click on this one. Please stop, dude. Delete. See if I can find where it said. It says, I don't even know. Just mid-generation, it'll just say, oh, you know what? Actually, that's wrong. And it's like, if it almost makes you feel like it's lifelike, dude, to give me an answer and then stop itself midway because it's thinking, to say, oh, you know what? My bad, bro. That's not the right answer. The right answer is this. Interesting. AI is crazy. So I used Claude to do this. Shitty thing is, it'll say, I'm out of free messages until whatever o'clock. So today I ran out around 3, and it said, yeah, you're out of messages until 6 o'clock. And I was like, dude, I don't have till 6, because I have a deadline to meet. Didn't matter, but. So what I did was I took the big, dude, I do a lot of shit like this. I took the big formula that Claude gave me, I put it into ChatGPT, and I said, hey, this formula is fucking perfect. It works, does everything I need, exactly perfect. This is for 39 weeks. I need you to make me one for 52 weeks. Because previously it just couldn't generate me a fucking color code if I asked it to. So then it'll generate me exactly what I need first try, because it's like, okay, well, I can do that. It's easy. And then it does. And it's great. So all that to say, I was having such a hard time, so I switched GPTs. I cheated on Gabe today. But Gabe be blowing ass sometimes, dude. So it is what it is. So I made the sheet, got it all done, and I clocked today for hours. Let's see. I clocked essentially 5 hours. It's 4 hours, 45 minutes today for PT Dom, which is about an hour more than what I needed. And then I clocked 2 hours, 15 minutes for EmmyFitness. And so for the day today, I made an extra $40 more than I needed to be on track for my goal. So that's pretty cool. And for this week, because I didn't work for Brian on Sunday or Monday, only Tuesday and Wednesday. So those are 0 both days. Total between Mina and Brian this week, I am at a total of $647. So my goal per week is to get that to be $1,204. So I need that to say $1,204. That's what I need. And I have, if today's Wednesday, I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday to get $600 more. Which that should tell me how many more hours. So I need to work 19 more hours. So minus 6 from Mina. You can probably just round up to 7 because I've been getting like 20 extra minutes in. It seems like he's cool with that. And I am trying to take a mile, or I am trying to take an inch. I'm not going to lie. So, because dude, I've been working like 6 to 8 hours a day for Mina because I like this shit. I'm obsessed, dude. This shit is so fucking sick. This shit is so cool to me, dude. it's making me like question everything that I'm doing. It's like, do I really want to know how to code, or do I just want to make Notion databases all day? You know, I'm partly kidding, but this shit is so fun. So anyway, -6 from the 19. I need to work 13 more hours for Brian in the next 3 days. Do I think I can do that? Yes. Do I have the projects required to do so? No. So that's a problem. That's the biggest problem with all of this. So I need to tomorrow reach out and get the other project in the works so that I can put some time into that. Because all I need to do per day is, I think it's less than 4 hours for Brian. So 2 hours for Mina, less than 4 for Brian, and I am at my goal of 23,000 by October 8th. And I think I should raise it up a little bit to compensate for 1,000 extra or 2,000 extra. I don't know. Because how many days are there between now and then? Siri, how many days between now and October 8th?
It's 133 days.
Okay, I want you guys to pay attention to something. You see how it gave me that answer? No problem. Listen to this. Siri, what day was it? Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. All right. Hey, Siri. What day was it 39 weeks ago today? Do you want me to use it? Say that again?
I didn't get that.
I
didn't get that. Could you try again?
What did you say?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
What did you say before that?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
What day was it 39 weeks ago today?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
Never.
Set the alarm for when?
What? Dude, I didn't even... What? What?
Set the alarm for when?
I don't want an alarm.
Set the alarm for when?
I don't want an alarm, dude.
Set the alarm for when?
Set the alarm for when? God damn, bro.
Set the alarm.
Hey, I'm good, bro. We're good.
Set the alarm for when?
Do not set an alarm.
Okay, I won't.
So what day was it 39 days ago? 31, sorry, fuck.
It was Saturday, April 19th, 2025.
So what day was it 39 weeks ago? Hey Siri, what day was it 39 weeks ago?
It was Wednesday, August 28th, 2024.
Wow. Dude, all day long it was doing this horse shit for me. All day long. Set an alarm for when? I didn't do that one before, but dude, Apple Intelligence, my right nut, dude. Oh, that shit's so annoying. Apple Intelligence? That's what we're calling Apple Intelligence, bro? Fuck. Oh, dude, that gets me hot and bothered because sometimes it works. You just heard it right there. Sometimes it doesn't. So be consistent. Either never work or always work, dude. None of that half-seep gray shit, middle ground horse baloney shits. None of that bullshit, all right? Anyway, so I got this whole sheet for my finances set up, and I'm pretty stoked about it for this goal, I should say. And I need to work 19 more hours. So already talked about that. Not going to dive into it again, but it is very cool that I can see this now, and it's just clear as day what I need to do. So tomorrow I need to message Brian and have him get me on the next project, or I just need to have some kind of ongoing project that's a big one so that I can at least do a few hours a day, like two or three. That way I can always be getting time on the clock. Because if I need to do 20 hours a week, it's a little bit... Wait. I don't know. I need to do more than that because my goal is bigger than just yeah. To be honest, I don't need 23,000 by October 8th or else. It's just that's the amount of money that it would take to get me out of debt, except for student loans, in which case the payments are like, I don't know, $30, so I'm not really worried about that. And that would just free up X amount of money, and I've talked about this before. It'd also free up, I would also be moving in with Lexi at that point, so rent would be cut pretty significantly. And that would just free up a lot for me to not have to get another 9 to 5, and I could just continue working for Mina and Brian and all that shit. So, you know what? I didn't even realize, but the amounts here, this is actually $156 more per month than what I make at my full-time job at Hill Air Force Base now. So this is kind of like what I need to do to just not get a job again. So as long as I maintain these numbers, I don't have to get a job again. And that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to get into some deep shit real quick. The last few days, I have just felt so just in, I don't know what you want to call it, dude. Andy Frisella calls it no man's land. I just felt like, holy fuck, bro, I am just in the trenches. I don't know. I don't feel like I am, but I just felt that way because I'm just sitting here in my room. I have a pool right outside my window, so I can see little kids playing. I can see, moms and dads taking their little kids, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm up here on a spreadsheet putting in numbers. They're down there with their kid or whatever. Like, it's a bunch of guys are all hanging out, just shooting the shit, playing catch or whatever, and I'm just sitting here like, here I am up here just working, And it's funny because a year ago I had the same thing happen. I got my pool down there, but I had my family here with a whole bunch of my cousins, and I was like, I just internalized it as they're here because I got myself into a position to have this townhome that has a pool, and because I was able to get myself in this position, they are able to have the luxury of having a pool. Now I know they can go anywhere and get a fucking pool, but I chose to see it in that light, and it made me feel really good about the work that I put in to get to that spot in my life. And I still feel that way. But dude, sometimes it just sucks. I'm sitting up here, and I'm going to make it dramatic, but I'm sitting up here, my lights are off, sun is setting, so it's getting kind of that cool dark blue in here. And because the sun sets on the other side of the window where my office is. So my window faces east, sun sets on the west. And it's like I'm sitting here and I'm just, the point is not to say that I'm all alone, but just to say like I'm all alone, just doing my thing. Got some music playing. Sometimes I don't have any music playing. I don't even want to listen. I'm sitting here, no one's texting me back. And when I say no one, I mean like Lexi's on her cruise. She only has Wi-Fi or cell service half the time, or when she's on the boat. That's not a huge deal because there's just so much trust and love between her and I that I'm just not ever worried. Like, oh, is she at the bar? Is she getting hit on? It's like, even if she was, I know she would say, hey, fuck off. And that's just so cool. But that's not the point. Point is, so I'm not saying this to be like, oh, poor me, but like, I don't got homies, I don't have guys to go and have guys night with. I don't hang out with people. I don't go to the gym with my bros. I don't on Fridays go to the bar or go to out to eat with my homies, with my bros. The only times I ever leave my house are to go to the gym, to go to work, which I don't have to do that anymore, or to go out on a date with Lexi. That's it. I never, ever do anything else. And I don't say that like, oh, poor me, my life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, it's observation. That's me. So certain times, like today and the past few days, when I'm just sitting up here in my office, doing my thing, doing shit that feels like it doesn't matter because I'm not getting any kind of acknowledgement. It's not, the shit that I'm making isn't being seen, or nobody's using it. I'm talking about it, but nobody knows how to use it. I don't even know if it will work the way that I want. I don't know if the people that are going to use it are going to like it or like the flow or like the systems that I've laid out. I don't even, I don't know, dude. And I'm just, so the point being, like, I'm just sitting up here and I'm like, fuck, dude, this is rough, because all I truthfully want to do is what I'm doing. But it's just a mental battle sometimes because I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is what I want. But it just kind of sucks sometimes, But maybe that's life. Maybe the things you want the most are the things that you need the most, but that doesn't mean that they're enjoyable. And I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm good. I'm hanging out. I'm chilling. We're good. But, it sucks sometimes, dude. It's just, sometimes it's just not what you thought it would be. No, it's not even what I'm trying to, that's not the point I'm trying to make. All I'm trying to say is I have felt so isolated from everything. So, ignored's not the right word, but so just isolated, dude. I feel like I'm on some island. This is a joke for specific people. I don't even know if they will listen to this episode, but I feel like I'm on an island by myself. Who's trying to voyage? So that's a joke for a couple people. I don't know if we get it, but yeah, I feel like I'm just isolated, dude. I like no homies, friends and family few and far between. Like I'm good with most of my family, but I just do my own thing because I want to. So I'm not bitching. It's just, dude, it just sucks sometimes. That's it. And I feel like, this sounds so sad, dude, but the excitement in my day is in the first 3 hours. First 3 hours of the day. When I wake up, the sun is rising, I have an energy drink or whatever because I just fucking love them, dude. Just a huge fan. I have an energy drink, get all hyped up, and I work a couple hours for Mina. Then I clock out for Mina, and it's just like, okay, well, okay. That's kind of how I feel. Now, I still work for Mina, I still do that, but it's just different because it's like, hey, I'm doing this, and it's just voluntary work. It's volunteer work. Everything else, the 2 hours that I put in this morning, great, but I just want to keep going, dude. I don't want to just stop. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I need to so I can focus on and prioritize other goals that I have. But I don't know. I do feel like that this project, this huge thing, like this is what I got, dude. This is what I've been working on. And I think this is actually very good documentation. So I'm going to share everything that I have built in Notion for Mina and EmmyFitness. Everything from top to bottom. I'm going to try not to get distracted. But I have a master client ultra mega log, that's what it's called, that tracks, tracks all this shit. So it tracks how many properties we got. 75 different things it tracks. And this is just one thing. So it tracks the status of a client, which is, are they doing well? They need some help, whatever. It tracks their name. Let's see. I'm just not going to, okay. All their client adjustment history, all their weekly check-ins. Those are two different databases I'll get into. There's a formula that calculates the current week, tracks their email, phone, any notes that they have, their location, their time zone, spot for their social media profile, for their EverFit profile, what group they're in, A, B, or C, what type they are they monthly or are they paid in full, what's their package total, if they're month to month, what's their payment date, what's the date that they join, when's their renewal date if paid in full, how many days left, do they have the macros assigned in their program, are they in a group chat with Andrew, have they submitted a testimonial, have they made their introductory post in the community, have they completed their intake form, have they completed, or which client phase are they on, block 1 through 5, or are they live? Are they killing it, ghosting, or struggling? Is that their status? What is the day of the week that their check-in is? What client type are they? Are they, paid? Are they nutrition? Are they training? Are they both? I lost my spot. What is their anticipated delivery date? When is their anticipated start date? When is their actual start date? I have 4 different spots for coaches' initials during this. Who is their check-in coach? Who created this client? What time was this client created? What time was this last client edited by? Sorry, what time was this client last edited by? What time was this last client edited, and who was this last client edited by? Were all their questions answered in onboarding? Did the shadow coach assign check-ins? Did the shadow coach assign the starting weight task? What is their current day of the program? It's automatic based on when they started. Did we send them a day 1 message? What is their first check-in date? What is their is that twice? I have to delete that one. What's the frequency of their check-ins? Were their habits assigned? Is their nutrition assigned? If they're in onboarding, what day are they on? If they're in onboarding, is there any notes? Have they reviewed the check-in process? Have they reviewed the handbook? Have they reviewed the nutrition handbook? Have they reviewed the training handbook? Was training assigned by the coach? Did they upload their starting photos? Did they upload their first starting weight? What is the link to their group chat for ease? How much money does the client owe? How many payments left does the client have? Did they pay payment 1? Yes. Did they pay payment 2? Yes. Did they pay payment 3? Yes. Gender, age, are they pregnant? Are they vegan? Are they gluten-free? Join group. I don't know what that one is. Totally forgot. How many days? No, I actually don't know what those are. Oh, this is for another page. So that's the Master Ultra Mega Client Log, okay? And that's what I have created that supports all of the rest of what I'm about to say. So that is the everything. Now with that, I've got different views. So I've got the personal information view. I've got the all date joined oh, that's what it is. Like, did they join in May or April or December or whatever. I've got a view that shows all male clients and all female clients. I've got a view that shows all age groups. I've got a view that shows all the pregnant clients, which is not many. Got a view that shows all the vegan clients. Got a view that shows all the gluten-free clients. And that's just to start. Got all the contact info, the days left, all that stuff. And then we have another database that is the client update request log. And this works by having a shit ton of automations. So you click a button. What it does is it formulates a new row that auto-populates. Let's just click it and see what happens. Auto-populates the assigned time and the due date. And it also sets the status to incomplete, generates a button that when I click it, it says the whole thing is complete, and then it removes it, sets it as complete, and then it sends a notification to Slack. And Slack says, hey, Bob completed this client adjustment request for client at this time. It notifies Mina, all that stuff. So we have a spot for status, the client name. Then we have to connect the client to the main Master Ultra Mega Log, whatever. What kind of adjustment is it? What's the proposed change? It was assigned at this time, assigned to which shadow coach. The due date is this time, and then when it's done, who was it completed by? When was it completed? And then that's that. I also made a link that when you click it, it takes you to the EmmyFit message box, and it does it in a way that it's much more convenient than other ways. And I'm not going to even go into depth on that. But then we have a view that shows all the incomplete requests. Then we have a view that shows the due date view. Then we have the view of the coaches incomplete view. So all the coaches, right now there's only 2 because it's me and Mina, but we're going to have, I think, 3 more that will have this. So it'll show you Bob, John, and Clarence, all of their check-ins that are incomplete. Then we have the same but for completed, so we can keep track of how many check-ins each coach has done so that we know where the balance is and who should complete it. Then we have the completed client view. So every single client that's in here, it'll show a list of all the check-ins that have been completed for them. So that's that. That's the second one. And I'm not even bullshitting, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's 17, and all of them are as in-depth or more than what I just said for these 2. So I just said 2 of 17. So needless to say, I've been cooking, dude. I got a whole onboarding process. So when a brand new client gets input, they go through the system, then that coach says, yep, done. And then they go to the next phase. And the community manager comes in, looks at this, clicks done, go to the next phase, and the next, and the next, and the next. And they get put into the live program. By this time, all that data that I said in the first little database, it is filled out because we have 6 different touch points of the client having their information filled out. So it might start with their name, email, location. And then the next coach goes in there and they put the link and what kind of client they are and their whatever, you know. So by the end of this, it's just one big mega ultra log of everything. And it's just so powerful. It's so powerful. And every time I show Mina anything, he's like, holy fuck, dude, this is awesome. This is fucking sick. I actually, totally forgot to say this. We actually had a phone call today, not a Zoom call, because I told him I was going to pay for Zoom. I was going to pay for Notion, and he says, I tried calling you. I'll just take care of it. You can hear about that in just a sec. It's pretty funny because it seems like every time we have anything scheduled, it's like I got a shit. So I don't know what it is. But anyway, I recorded that phone call. Yeah, it's kind of weird that I just record everything. but it's for the potty. So I'm going to play that at the end of the show. I think I'm pretty close to being done here, but I wish I could show what I built to you guys for the documentation purposes. But I don't know, man. Maybe this is just going to be a podcast. I don't know. I've thought about doing, screen recordings on my laptop and just doing a little neato for the podcast. I've thought about doing stuff like that. I don't know. Different ideas. But I also started working on this code curriculum shit that I want to do to help other people learn how to code, but also teach myself. And I came up with Learn As We Go, which is log. So log coding, I don't know, I just coined it. And rather than me trying to figure out a name or anything like that, I just kept going. So that's what I have now. I'm probably going to change it, but it's fine. And all I'm going to do is explain how to make a colored button that when you click it, it says tomorrow's date. That's all I want to do. That's the first project. And the way that I'm going to teach it is, hey, do this, but don't use any of the same shit that I use. Come up with your own. And we're gonna learn as we go. And that's the whole idea of the whole thing. I don't want to teach it in a way that's like, okay, this is what this is, and this is what this is. And typically we use these when we do these. And typically we're going to use this and this. So what is this? I don't want to do that, dude. I want to say, hey, we're going to build this button. We're going to learn as we go. This is what this does. This is what it doesn't do, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. We're getting into it. Because, dude, for me personally, I don't want to have to sit through 4 weeks of learning what things are before I start building something. I want to see shit be built now today. I want to make shit today happen, I want to make a button that when I click it, it says tomorrow's date. That's what I want to do. I want to make a button, dude. It's sick. I want to make it so when my mouse goes over it, it gets larger. The hover effect. That's cool. So if I can have somebody get that instant gratification of, hey, I built this, what else can I build? That's sick. That's way cool. I also want to teach it in a way that's like, hey, so I named this variable car, but you don't name it car. Name it whatever else you want, but you can't name it car. That forces the person following along with the project to always reference their shit rather than just being able to copy paste or being able to just copy what I say. So if I say the variable timer equals 42, I'm going to say you got to name yours, clock equals 43. It can't be what mine is, because then they're going to be like, okay, it looks like his variable is this, that equals this. I remember I named mine this, and equals this, whatever. And then we'll go from there. If I say my button is 10 pixels high, you can't do 10, you have to do 9, you have to do 11. Whatever it is, just so that it's your own and you're not just copying, you're actually doing it because you're thinking for yourself how big you want it to be. So I want to give a lot of instructions of give it a size, not give it or make it 10 inches tall. Make it red. No, give it a color. That's what I want to do. And so I just kind of wrote about it today. Started with lesson 1, kind of. And I'm just trying to explain how things go from start to finish and explaining the rest later. So, for example, I said, so let's dive into our first project. Don't use the same names as I do unless you are really struggling and wanting to challenge yourself. Let's skip the intro to all this and then come back to it. Let's just build a sick, that's what I meant to say. Let's just build a sick button now. Okay. Hold these buttons on Mac to create a new text file. Control Option Command plus N. Name it whatever you want, but end it with .html. I'm naming mine lawg.html. Now we have to insert what we call boilerplate code into the top. We'll revisit this later, but for now, just type in an exclamation point, then hit enter. Boilerplate code done. Okay, again, we'll revisit this stuff later. And we're moving the fuck along, bro. I want to make a button. I don't want to care about why we put lang equals en because that means English. Well, why do we need to do that? Well, it doesn't fucking matter right now. We're trying to make a button, bro. Figure out the rest later when it matters. For me to make a button right now, I don't need to know the fucking language of the page. It doesn't matter. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. That's kind of the approach that I'm taking. And I'm getting fired up because I'm pumped, dude. It's sick. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to actually record a video and upload it and do that stuff, but also make the actual written word and all that stuff as well. I thought Notion would be the place to do that, but when you put code in there, there's no console to see what you're coding, so it's kind of useless. So what I'm going to do is just take screenshots from VS Code and then screenshots from the console or whatever, my index, my web page, whatever, and we'll just go from there. And then, maybe with time we'll get some traction and it'll do well. So anyway, I didn't even say the titles of what I was building. So we got the Ultimate Ultra Mega Master Client log. We have the Shift log, which tracks hours. Actually sends it into a private Slack channel for Mina. We got the onboarding. We got the file hub with all files. We got the onboarding is one big hell of a thing. We have Team EmmyFit, which is just a whole bunch of Zoom call links, meet the team, who works where, what time, some follow-up messages. And we have the EmmyFit operations playbook, which it has 12 project ideas I've come up with and why it would be beneficial. I've come up with 4 different process improvements. Got some different tables in here. I've got, it looks like 13 duties that I could handle per day to make sure that I can get more hours per day. Built a follow-up log, who's following up when with who, the master client log. Oh, that's actually can be deleted. That can be deleted, actually. Yeah, that can be deleted, dude. Then we have the Shadow Coaches file. That can also be deleted, matter of fact. Then we have the client update request log database, which is where all the requests go. Then we have the onboarding flow tracker, which is... Actually, that could probably be deleted as well, because we don't use any of that. So that could probably be deleted. Onboarding tracker. Onboarding status. Signed. Is this not based off of view database? Onboarding tracker. Check-in frequency. Coach's initials. Signed. Oh, dude, I forgot. This is one of the first ones I built. Then we have the Blue Coach workload. This is just my experiment. I was just trying to see if I can make it so I could see all the clients, their check-ins, all that stuff. And I think I'm going to follow through with that, but I would have to make one for the Green Coach, Red Coach, Blue Coach, Community Manager, Sales Closers, VAs, whatever. I'm cool with that, but it's just like, is that what I should be doing right now? I don't know. Then we have check-ins, which is that nightmare that I was able to figure out. And it looks like it still works. Oh, oops. Oh, it's not working. Oh, why is this not working? 75%. What day is this? What the fudge is going on here? 75%. When do they start? I don't know. Anyway, we got all this for the check-ins, got the different views, all that stuff. Then we have the operations hub, which is where I'm putting all of my shit, all the different forms, the type forms, the processes, SOPs for me, reminders, notes, all that stuff. That's for me. And yeah. Also, I don't think I did mention, I'm sure you picked it up, but Mina bought Notion Plus, and I got all the premium features. This is pretty cool. Part of me feels like I'm pulling a fast one on him because he's paying for it, but I also get the benefits of having it on my own profile. Well, it's actually not my own profile, but it's in the Emmy Fitness workspace, and I have private files, and these private files are just for me and my life. So I guess it's within the Emmy Fitness workspace. Like if I go to my own workspace, it tells me shit like I have to, like there's not, like I'm out of free blocks, which I don't understand because I don't have anything here. But part of me also likes that if I don't know, I'll figure it out. Maybe I need to move them to the private one. I don't know, not a huge deal. But yeah, so I have just been systematizing everything. I've been in cahoots with, her name is Victoria. She's one of the closers for EmmyFit. So I'm like, hey, so when you close a client and you get them set up in the program, what do you actually do? Like, what do you do from there? Do you fill out any information? Do you put them into a program? Like, what do you do? So we were talking back and forth. So I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to get an understanding of what you do so I can make a system so you can put the new client into the system for us so that we can do all the back end shit and then track them that way. She's like, oh yeah, just let me know how I can help. And I'm like, okay, sick. You know, I'm in cahoots with Andrew. Posted that phone call with how we could make the whole onboarding or the whole, was it onboarding? Yeah, the whole onboard, no, the follow-up log, make the whole follow-up log work and be the way that we want it to and all this shit. So feels kind of cool. It's like I'm responsible for communicating with other team members to ensure that the work or the flow or the systems that I create are beneficial to everyone. They're, well, beneficial to specifically the people that use it, because that's all I care about. I'm not going to be the one using the shit, so it's different because because I'm making it. If I'm not going to be the one using it, I don't have that frame of mind of, okay, it's got to be this way, it's got to be this way. But then again, this is a whole new system for everybody, so they might have their ways in doing stuff, but that's with the old system. With this new system, it might be completely different. So I don't know. I'm done. I don't know how I talk so long, dude. How have I done this 586 days in a row, and I still talk the same as I did 585 days ago? Only difference is I'm not talking this loud in a corner in my room, and that's the only difference. Now I'm just talking. I don't know. Well, anyway, here is the phone call that I had with Mina today. He bought Notion, and I was shitting my pants. So here's the phone call. Peace out.
Yo.
Hey, sorry, dude. I left my phone in the other room.
You're good, bro. I'm at my desk right now. Let me sign up for everything. That way you can keep hammering away.
Okay. Are you sure? I don't mind taking care of this. It's just like one less thing you have to worry about. All right.
Nah, man, it's a business expense. I got you. Don't worry.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. Can you just point me in the right direction? Where do I go?
Yeah. Go to, I think just go to notion.com and then go to pricing, and then, yeah, I think that's what we need right there. Are you sick now too?
I just feel like shit, bro.
Dude, I feel like
Nothing.
I feel like life took a turn for you recently.
This past couple of weeks, you have no idea. No idea. But let me just fucking finish this. All right, I'm in Notion. I'm in our homepage here.
I'm actually curious what it's gonna say, because all right, sick, dude. Appreciate that. Just go ahead and hang up on me whenever the fuck you want, bro. It's all good. Okay, let's call him back. Hello?
Yo, yeah, I called you on FaceTime audio. It kept getting dropped.
Oh, okay.
All right, wait. So I'm here. I'm on the homepage. I'm at Emmy Fitness.
Are you on our workspace, or are you on the Notion website where you log in?
I'm on ours.
Oh, okay. I think that's where you should be.
Wait. Okay, hold on a second. It says, so I'm at Emmy Fitness. I'm the only member here, but if I go to Bryson's workspace.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
I think you named it Bryson's workspace.
Well, so
I'll do this as the default.
How do I, let's see.
I just need to rename it.
Yeah, I'll just rename it.
Yeah, all right, cool. Now, Bryson's workspace, free plan, 2 members. Yeah, I see everything here. I see the file hub, everything, so we're good. I guess if I press upgrade plan.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yep. All right. So what do you want me to do?
What did you listen to that voice memo I sent you?
I listened to a part of it, but I couldn't listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, I know it was long as shit, dude. I'm sorry, but
You're good. You're good.
I think the business would be cool because
Business?
because it's got the AI and stuff like that. Unlimited AI. The Plus has limited. It says trial. It says trial of Notion AI. So, but that's what I think. But you're the shot caller here, dude. We can just do the 10-month one and then, or the $10 month one, and then see what happens. But
enterprise search, premium integrations. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do this. All right. Mina.
I don't know what happens. Like if we did this like in 2 weeks, if the team joined on here, I don't know if you have to back pay that, or if you just have to pay for them for the remaining of the month.
Yeah, let's see. It's only 24 percent. It's not a big deal. It'll add up. It's gonna end up being like almost 300 when I have everyone, but it's not a big deal. Business name.
You got that Mina money.
That Mina money. All right, cool. ME link already has my.
That's crazy how you said link. That's so crazy how that shit works, dude. It just knows who you are and your credit card info is.
Yeah, it's actually insane. But it's just like all signed into a database. I guess that's it. All right, got the code. Upgrade to business, per member, pay monthly. Yeah, pay monthly. Yeah. Upgrading your subscription, motherfucker. Come on. Maybe my card's gonna get declined because I'm broke. Your payment could not be processed. I guess I am broke.
No, you're not.
Now it's putting me on a Stripe pay. Okay.
I actually got the notification on my end. That's so weird. We couldn't process your last payment.
Yeah, it's weird. All right, wait.
You may lose access to Notion soon.
Okay, let me just get my card out. Bro, can I just get my fucking favorites? I hate Apple's. I hate Apple Photos. It's just so bad.
Agreed, dude. I use Google Photos.
It's like, actually, I don't get who the fuck decided to make it like this. All right, 3767.
If you go to the, are you talking about how it's all organized and shit?
Yeah, I have to like move shit around, right?
Yeah, at the very bottom, there's a little settings thing. So I disabled, I think, everything but 3 things. So that way it's just normal photos for me.
Crazy, bro. Actually crazy.
Dude, I know. People were like, yeah, this is a good idea. Let's push it through. Yeah. Like, no.
All right, paid it. I think we're good.
Good to go?
I believe so. Did it save the payment method? I hope so. Because I would be really pissed off if I have to do this every fucking one. Billing. Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they saved it. All right, we're good. We're upgraded. Nice.
Sweet.
Let's keep it rolling, dude. Let's keep going. You're doing good shit. Doing good shit.
I appreciate it, dude. Have you seen that file hub that I sent?
File hub?
Yeah.
I was literally looking at it. I'll watch your video. Oh wait, no, I'm watching it right now. This actually looks pretty cool. It's like a big PowerPoint, basically, like an interactive PowerPoint.
Yeah, it's got those are videos, so you can just click on it and it just plays immediately, which is cool. So you don't have to like click on it and then click on another thing.
Were you able to you were able to put the fucking sales call recordings in there too?
Yeah, so I just put
it's linked, right?
It's just a link. So if you click on the link,
good.
It takes you.
So the process, let me run that down really quickly just so you have a better understanding.
Yeah.
The process there, like you'll see something called ammo.
Yeah.
And ammo is basically like our VAs, whenever they book a call, they'll throw in the conversations that we had with the lead in there, as well as their application. So
Okay.
then that way the sales team can review it before their calls. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think it'll still work out just fine if it's in Notion. I think that'll be okay anyways.
Yeah.
I kind of honestly don't even want my VAs to be on Notion.
Oh, really?
I don't know. We'll see.
Just Slack
Just
then?
feel like yeah, maybe just Slack, because not gonna lie, it's gonna be such a learning curve for them. Like, I don't mean any disrespect, but it's just like they barely know how to use Calendly. I have to fucking teach them every day.
Oh, man. Are they overseas or something?
Yeah, one's in Guatemala and one's in Philippines.
Oh, man.
My Philippines guy's a trooper. He logs in for me I think 11 p.m. and he works until 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
That's insane, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, all this stuff on here is linked. It's not like I moved it, just a copy.
It's not like actually downloaded. I get it. But that's good. That's very good. Good shit, dude.
Cool.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course, dude. Cool. Well, thanks for taking care of this, dude. I'll keep cranking. I think I can do a lot more now with all these automations and stuff. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have a feeling we're gonna just get rid of Go High Level, but we'll see. We'll see how that works.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Hey, one more question. Is there anything you want me to prioritize or focus on right now? Because the client adjustment log, that's golden. Pretty sure that's good to go. Like, we could start using that immediately. But everything else is just like a few things to.
Honestly, now that we have a lot of things under our belt that we can use, I feel like the best course of action would be just making sure that you have trainings recorded for the team.
Okay.
So then that way it's just, and I don't want to overwhelm the team all at once. I'd rather just say, hey, we're starting to use this week, and then boom. You know what I mean?
Yep. Cool.
We're using this week. I'd much rather that, because since you built it, it'd be nice for you to just go over like, this is what we do here, this is what we do here.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
And then that way we're good. Then other than that, I think we can move on to the next task. What was the next task, anyways?
Well, dude, I've got so many different. So the client update request log, that's good. The ultimate master view, whatever you want to call it, that's just the way that I see that working is so that's the one that has every possible piece of information for a client. So the way that I see that working is like we just put a little bit of info in there every time we touch them. So like onboarding and then phase 1, phase 2, whatever. When the brand new client in and then when they're finally in the program, like I don't foresee someone going in there and filling out like all 70 things of info. I think it's crazy. I think it's better if it's like pieced. But that's pretty much good. It's messy, doesn't look good, but it works. Like it's which it doesn't have to look good right now. It's fine.
Yeah.
The shift log, if you want that to work, that could be. I can make sure that works perfectly right now.
Don't worry about the shift log right now. How about the onboarding process?
So onboarding is pretty solid as well. It's pretty messy as well, but it works. It's 100% functional.
Okay.
I went through, watched all the trainings, then mapped out everything that needed to happen when. So I don't know if you saw it, but I have block 1, community manager. Then they get put to the next one, block 2, blue coach, and block 3, red coach, then block 4, green coach.
Green coach, yep.
And then block 5 would be...
I think you showed me that on Anito, right?
I think so. But I was thinking more, and I think that final block should be me. So I go back and I think you said this actually, but I'll verify that all the information is 100% and double check everything. Double check that their plan was delivered, nutrition was delivered. After seeing that message yesterday between, was it David and Brian? I don't know. Someone, whatever it was, or Johnny, I don't know. After seeing that, I was like, what if I double checked so that way we could avoid that?
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Plus, remember that you can move them into the master log, remember? Like what I was showing you on that loom that I sent you?
Move them into the master log?
Remember the loom that I sent you where you move someone from the last column of the onboarding into the master log and then you put like the start date and end date? Yeah. Yeah, so I think that would actually work out perfectly. Like you're like our final barrier. Yeah, so I just go, because it's got, I don't know, let me check real quick. It's got 42 properties. So I would just go through and I would say, okay, it looks like they have notes. Looks like they have, looks like they're month to month. They paid. All right. They had the intro form. They were into the community. Okay. Had their photos done. They got their weight, reviewed it, like all that. I believe by the time it gets to you, that should already all be done. Like like in a perfect world, you don't have to fill out anything. You're just verifying this information. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I wouldn't
ideally I don't say anything except my final stamp, like, hey, I verify that we all did this and we're good. So I think that falls on me. So if a client doesn't get their nutrition, it's like, well, I had final reviews, so like, why didn't I notice that, you know?
Yeah, it'd be like on everyone basically, but
yeah,
I think the one thing that's most important on your step besides verifying is just the fact that they're now accounted for with their start date and end date, so we can make sure that no one's in the program, you know, after their program ended. We know when they're renewing. We know how much they paid, like things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I would put them into the live program or whatever, the master. This is the master log. It just shows different views, but then they'd be good to go. And I think that's also really good because I know how all this works, so I can funnel things where they need to go, and it's just other people to be able to, you know what I mean? So I think that works out pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, and save all of these trainings, Bryson.
Yeah.
With everything you're doing, and make it very vague, at least in terms of like who you're talking to, just in case like it's a plug and play, like, you know, green coach becomes blue coach, whatever.
Yeah,
So you
gotcha.
don't have to say any names. And one thing I'm going to say, Bryce, I think it's going to be in the far future. I don't think it's anytime soon. But I think what you're doing here, save all of this, save all the trainings and stuff, because I have a feeling if I were to show this to other coaches in the realm, they would want something similar. And then you get motherfucking paid. So you do that too.
Well, dude, I'm borderline obsessed with this shit, so I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I mean, if you just start building stuff like for other people, like a lot of people suffer with onboarding. It's all over the place. I have a lot of people in the mastermind that ask me about my onboarding process. They see what I have in EmmyFit to think it's gold. I'm like, dude, you should see what the hell is being built in Notion. But like, you see what I mean? Like and then of course, like, just save all of this stuff. So eventually, when things are already streamlined on our end, like we have the final products of everything, you just present them as your own product. You become a service-based kind of service. Like, yeah, I'll build out your onboarding process streamlined completely, you know?
Yeah, that's badass, dude.
And I'll train someone on your team to become your operations manager. Boom.
Damn. Dude, I like how you're always thinking in the future for me like that. It's very nice, yeah.
No, I want everyone to win, man. You're putting a lot of work for this, so I want you to win in all aspects.
I appreciate it, dude. That's cool.
You got it, bro. Anytime. But cool. I'll just keep me posted on everything, and then and we'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, cool. Hey, thanks so much, dude.
You got it, bro.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Sweet, man. That was a nice little phone call. For some context, if you didn't pick it up, I needed to pay for Notion, but I was going to do that. And then I went straight up, was taking a shit. And then he sends me a text. He says, hey, I tried calling you. And I'm like, bro, I don't know what it is. TMI, I don't give a fuck. Every time Mina and I have something planned, or we have a phone call, or we got to do something, it's like I'm in the shitter, dude. Every time. It's like every day after work, I would come home from the gym, and we have a phone call at 4 o'clock on Fridays. And it was like my body said, hey, 3:59, you need to shit now. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're shitting now. Yet right now. And it's just like, all right, bro. Hey, Mina, sorry, bro. Little late today, you know. But anyway, went to go renew Notion, wanted to keep on working on it. So I told him, so I sent him a text, and I said, hey, man, I'm going to buy the first month of Notion so I can continue working on some of this stuff. Might even be reworking a lot because there's so much you can get with the Plus subscription. Is there anything you want me to prioritize or anything that would help you out? I've been trying to centralize every single thing we can. He says, tried calling, I'll sign up for it, LOL. But I don't, so if I'm looking at this right now, I don't see how I can, like let's see, let's double check. Oh shit, it's real. Okay, oh shit. The triggers and the actions for these automations are now available. So they're no longer grayed out. Oh, this is crazy. So wow, there's a lot going on here. Oh, there's so many possibilities. This is crazy, dude. All right, well, anyway, I'm not trying to record a show right now. It's 9:31 a.m. The day just fucking started, but there's fuck, dude, that could be the show, but it's not going to be. Anyway, Notion's the shit.